Hey everyone, today we're looking at two Arc Nova replays featuring the controversial Money Sponsors action card. It's clearly the best of all the Marine World action cards. So a lot of this arena season is going to be how do you play against it? What do you do when your opponent has it? I guess it's sort of the same thing, but yeah, sometimes there's not an answer for it, but I think there are some good ways to counter it. Um, and this first game is a perfect example of how to beat money sponsors. Now you may be thinking JD, our protagonist, is the one that's going to win this game, but yeah, we don't see any money sponsors here. So what's the deal? His first choice is digging cards, X token association, or trading sponsors. You'd be pretty happy seeing this. I think digging cards is probably a tier above the other two, and then you don't mind getting one of these back as a third pick. So very clearly take digging cards, and surprise, surprise, JD gets passed back past money sponsors. So, firstly, huge mistake by the opponent. You never ever pass money sponsors. I can't think of any scenario, any map combination where you'd not take this first. So pretty big blunder. They do pass it. It means they likely got something good from their opening pack if they're passing on this. Yeah, very clear pick. Digging cards, money sponsors. Hello Mike, hello Cow, hello Lionel. And what an opening hand for it as well. Science Library is one of the biggest problems with money sponsors, because now every single time you play any science icon with your sponsor action, you're just getting +3 money or +5 money if it's upgraded. So Science Library is the biggest lock in the history of locks. Pretty decent rest of the hand. We do have species diversity as a project, so I do like the Monkey Park keep. Then I think Communicator, pretty easy pick as well. I mean, these are two of the best sponsors in the game. Then you have Monkey Park, which is better than usual because of species, and you can just place it on top of 5 money and get extra money. Hey, Harp Attack, hello, aka Reject. Last pick, I mean, I agree with JD here. He takes the Sun Bear just for the 2 different species tags. It's a little bit awkward starting with the Asia Partner Zoo, but I mean, when you're offered a predator and a bear icon in one, I think you have to take it. Other consideration would be the octopus. Only a single species tag, but it also does match Australia. So I mean, I could see arguments for either of those. You could also skip the Monkey Park, but I think I'd rather keep that here. End games, large animal, designer zoo. Not the best. Okay, opponent is first player. Yeah, they have X token association and discount animals. So presume, yeah, we know they took discount animals first, which is okay. It's close to a top 5 card, but not anywhere near as strong as money sponsors. Designer zoo with Monkey Park, yeah. I mean, it's okay. It gives you one unique building. Maybe this is the problem with Designer Zoo. It's just so hard to get to 8. I think you can get to 6 pretty comfortably in most games, but getting to 8 is a nightmare. Anyway, so yeah, display. It's a rhino on display. Not the best looking rhino. We already have habitat and species diversity as projects up there. So no sort of easy project to do. But opponent starts with a zoo school. They are going to place it over the rep and draw up the rhino. Interesting first seal appears. What to do as first move? Probably playing Monkey Park is fine. I'm a little bit critical of the placement. I think personally I would have gone sort of closer to the tower, because presumably we want to be building at 2 size. So if you can like point it this way and two sides over here, I think it's a little bit better, but not the biggest deal. Opponent starts with Australia Partner Zoo, getting an X token. Opponent, well, they could have also had the option of starting with the Science 2 Rep Uni and getting an upgrade immediately. JD starts with Asia Partner Zoo, no surprises. We do want to play the Sun Bear. We don't really want to play it in round 1 though, so it's a very awkward first animal to play. JD not happy. Not going to be too critical of your gameplay, but I do want to point out some things that the opponent does to play around your money sponsors. JD also said he was paying full attention during this game, so no excuses on his end. I mean, you can see he's paying attention here. The opponent builds a 5 size. They've taken Australia Partner Zoo. There's a first seal on display. So JD very correctly does digging cards at 4, digs away the first seal. The opponent was definitely going to snap that up. Seeing as I had a look at their hand, they were 100% going to snap the first seal, so good move by JD denying that. And I mean, it's a pretty good 2 cards to draw. I rate expansion area very highly. Cable car also, it's just not really what you want. You kind of want playable animals instead of more good sponsors. Opponent starts with a Cayman in the 5 size. That could be bad news. They took Australia Partner Zoo and they're playing an America's Reptile in a 5 size enclosure, so good signal they have a release for it. There is a Partner Zoo on 5. They snap up Expert in Large, which is a little bit odd, but spending an X to get out Science Library I think is fine. Just look at all the ridiculous. So sponsor money is already plus six money from our sponsors. Opponent just draws from the deck. That probably signals they're going to break 5. They chose not to play the Expert in Large Animals that move, so probably suggests they're going to do cards and break 5. And yeah, it's a good time to break because JD does not even have an enclosure built yet, so actually decides to build a large aquarium as first enclosure. This does pretty much kill the cable car, but I think that's fine. It's going to go anyway. I guess eyeing the puffer here in folder 4. An opponent just breaks. Probably just breeding program with them grabbing the wrong partner zoo, maybe. Yeah. AK Reject has a good read on the situation. Nice little spot down here for expansion area over the 5 money, so that's even more money from sponsor money sponsors. Kind of tricky starting with... This is the tricky thing about starting with partner zoos when you want to upgrade sponsors. You only get 1 upgrade. So we do want to upgrade sponsors next. So we can play the communicator. But we also want to upgrade animals to play the puffer from range. But JD does decide to grab Australia Partner Zoo, upgrade sponsors. And opponent does have Sea Cave. They decide to take 5 money. Probably not what I would have been taking, but it's okay. Yeah, the biggest deal is getting the Partner Zoo for free on 5. That's a massive deal. They take Asia with it. And upgrade animals. And sponsors. They have 2 cards in hand. They potentially have... The Asia Partner Zoo kind of tells us they have the Rhino. So one of their cards is the Rhino. We know that they grabbed Expert in Large Animals. We don't know that they necessarily kept it. Yes, I have the Steam version. I play the solo, uh, the daily challenge things, the special exhibition on the Steam version a bit, but not PvP on the Steam version. Just very, very awkward action order here. We want to play the communicator before we play the Sun Bear, so we can actually use a worker with the Sun Bear action. But we also don't have an enclosure for the Sun Bear yet, so I think JD spends an X here to actually do cards. The payoff is worth it, because with the CK coming out here, this is a really solid Komodo Dragon. And the idea is we just want to snap that up 100% right now so we can release it. So I don't mind this move, but yeah, it's just a really tricky position to navigate right now because of the no enclosures, and we want to get out 2 sponsors before we even play animals, basically. Maybe. I still don't mind the Asia Partners restart. Opponent just straight up builds a 1 size. JD plays expansion area over the money, so now sponsor money is at +11, which is good because JD still hasn't played a single animal yet, so even though we're getting a lot of extra money from money sponsors, our income is suffering a lot. Opponent does play Expert Enlarge, so now we basically know their hand 100%. They have the Rhino. That's the only card they have. JD now builds the 2 size. Draws from the deck and hits a Herpetologist, which is, again, another really good card with money sponsors. Opponent does cards at 4. So now they can cause the break in 1 move. But yeah, the problem is that we want to play the Communicator, then play Sun Bear Komodo. So JD has to X back cards here. Opponent builds a 3 size, suggesting they got a 3 size animal. Now JD spends an X on Communicator, and the opponent just very correctly breaks 5. So this is the main way you beat money sponsors. You just... It's maybe not the best example because of just how awkward of a position this is, but you just got to keep pushing the break so that money is no longer a problem. It's very similar to how you beat side entrance. Basically, the break dynamics change so much because your opponent has access to so much more money that you have to keep pushing the break so they can't spend their money. Also, money's not an issue for you at the very least. And now we have Explorer. But JD has a very solid move here. Finally playing animals. Sun Bear, Komodo Dragon into Komodo Dragon release. Snapping up Explorer. And yeah, even though we've had no income from the first 2 breaks, basically, Explorer makes up a lot of that. Snapping Explorer definitely correct. First upgrade, maybe not the biggest fan of build here. But JD does decide to upgrade build. I might have gone animals. Because, I mean, there's a couple of good animals we want to play from display, like Flamingo, Chameleon coming down. But I guess, by the same token, we don't have enclosures for those animals. So opponent does animals now. They hit 5 rep and they upgrade a Sos. They just start with a ring-tailed lemur. Actually selling a card and playing the Rhino, so now we know their hand completely. It's just Rhino projects. Really curious what project they actually took, because, like we said, there's no species and no habitats. So maybe Asia? Maybe Asia, because they're also looking at the chameleon here. Hard to say. Did he actually spends an X to build? So 2 size. Yeah, probably looking at the Flamingo, I would say. Another 5 size. Pavilion. Pavilion over the card draw to take the Flamingo, yeah. Yeah, okay. I like that. Also, yeah, so Herpetologist and Flamingo is 5 species. That's also something to take note of. We actually have 5 species before the opponent. Our opponent just grabs Partner Zoo. Kind of interesting they don't grab 2 Reputation there. Seems like a pretty solid time to do it. They actually choose to get 3rd Partner Zoo. And that being Europe, definitely suggests they want to play that Stoat from range. But first move here is Explorer. Want to play our sponsors while the sponsor strength is at the perfect amount. Opponent just draws from the deck. Yeah. So JD's still paying attention, digs away the Stoat. Bit of an unfortunate time to do cards. Mainly because the opponent's out of money and they want to cause the break. Just drawing from the deck. Hitting some more great sponsors. Quarantine Lab is another money-sponsored hit. Unfortunately gets rid of it, but yeah, when you play that with money sponsors, well, with Science Library, it's just another 5 money. Opponent actually does a super weird break 4 move. Slightly dead draws. I mean, Zebra's not playable at the moment, but Expert in Africa is pretty solid. Here JD grabs hand size. Yeah, curious to see what the opponent's actually going to do. Them doing sponsors 4 probably suggests they're going to build a big enclosure. Let's build a 2 size. Oh, the opponent wants to do habitats before the break? Yeah, okay. This is why JD causes the break here. The disadvantage of breaking before the opponent does habitats is we haven't played animal yet. We also have a lot of sponsors that we do want to play. So it's a tough call. I'd almost just let the opponent do their project. We play Flamingo and 1 or 2 good sponsors. Maybe I'd start with Expert on Africa this move, then play Flamingo, just get cards out of the way or something. But yeah, JD does cards at 2. Digs a Zebra. Actually digs into a Bald Eagle, so not bad. Draws 1 from the deck. Hits a pretty damn good animal here. This is just species 5 without having to play a sponsor. And we have the big aquarium for it already. Also get to snap up the Duke during the break. That's just nice to fit in one of these 5 sizes. And it's also an animal that doesn't require upgraded animals, because we're not getting that for a little bit just yet. Opponent sus with the chameleon from display, so pretty sure they did keep Asia here. They snap up a barn owl and play it immediately. So now they're at 4 species. If they have any sort of species sponsor, like Expert in Predators, they could still win the race to species. Actually, I guess that's not true, because we have the Duke plus the Sea Turtle, which will give an X token. Duke first. Sea Turtle with the casual 6 money from Explorer. Nice. Wilds are small, just another money sponsor hit. Okay, opponent just does habitat diversity for 4. They get a ×2 on sponsors. So yeah, again, just pushing the break. Even though JD has spent most of his money, just continually pushing the break. And yeah, okay, large animal or designer zoo. Large animal is a bit more interesting because we have all these access to 5 size enclosures really easily. Designer zoo, we never want to build a 5 size enclosure because we have the 3s, so does decide to keep large animals. Yeah, we also have the eagle. Opponent snaps up the cheetah. Yeah, but opponent can cause the break here, so JD has to spend some X's to do the species diversity project. Takes player's sponsor money, which is fair enough. Might have been tempted. It's a toss-up between 2 sides or player sponsor. The thing is, you do actually want to play these with the sponsor action to get the additional money, whereas you won't get it from just marketing here. Snapping for the frilled lizard. Yeah, Australia's still a project. So plays expert on Africa, just going to get cards out of the way. Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now is not having animals upgraded is going to slow JD down a little bit. Yeah, opponent just causes the break again. I mean, scores aren't looking too bad. And to be fair, the opponent has snapping and 5 money. They have no empty enclosures right now. So they don't have the clearest path to getting to 100 points. Because they will have to spend time building enclosures. And they only have 3 cards in hand. Opponent snaps up a moose. He snaps up reptile breeding, which is a project for the frilled lizard. Yeah, we have to play herpetologist, okay. Feels like, while the small here, feels like the greedy play. This does give us quite a bit of money. I mean, quite a bit. It gives us 7 money. Might have built first. I'm not convinced it's worth playing. Opponent does cards. Yeah, now JD builds another 5 size. Yeah, why not? 2 size, 5 size. Opponent builds a 5 size of their own. University. Okay, which uni should we actually grab? I don't remember what JD grabs, but I think I'd go see Animal University. Feels like we have a lot of aquarium room and we can just cram stuff in there. Whereas I don't think we care too much about the rep. Opponent actually grabs a uni of their own. Oh, they grab Herbivore uni. Pretty cute. So, I mean, that allows the moose to be playable for them. They might also have kept Herbivore project from the rhino instead of Asia. They get an Amazon house. So I think then if we took Sea Animal Uni, there's a fair chance we would have got the Amazon house. Maybe there was a Sea Animal in between it. Oh, for communicator endgame. Okay. Perhaps. I feel like we got it pretty comfortably with the breeding program. Okay, here we go. Dingo from display. Maybe some hopes of getting 5 Australia. There's also a breeding program here. So with the frilled lizard dingo, we have... And breeding program, we have 4 Australia. Playing the flamingo. And we get to snap up thanks to Wazot. Oh yeah, okay. Opponent plays the moose. We saw them get a cheetah earlier, which they are going to play. Bit of a weird animal to play unless they have a release for it. Need to take Monkey Uni. Monkey Uni could have worked as well. So, yeah, I mean, you get the X token from it. I wouldn't have minded that. Also, some great hits. You could have got something like a Big Nose or a Mandrill's basically playable. I think Monkey Uni is a good call as well. Doing cards. Might have been tempted to honestly just break 4. Break 4 gives you 13 money. I don't know that we actually need more cards. I feel like we already have... They're not great projects. We do have 3 projects to do, which is Habitat Diversity Australia, Reptile Breeding. Oh, we actually can't do the reptile breeding because the frilled lizard hasn't been played. I feel like we have enough projects to do. We probably just want to get more money. Digging away Australia release. And native lizards. It's a bit of a nothing dig, but it does put the tamarin in range for us. Which we do want. Okay. Yeah, there's still the habitat diversity project. Opponent just causes the break. Probably why I would have been tempted with breaking 4 earlier. That move. Because I don't think we have enough time to start next round by playing breeding program. In fact, we even get to play it during the break. Only has to discard 1 card here, thankfully. Which I guess is the shoe bill. That's the boa, okay. Okay, I mean, shoe bill gives it, say, clever. Yeah, quite unfortunate here. Just casual Siberian tiger appearing. And opponent does have snapping. So they take that up. They already have the Asia requirements for that. I mean, both players do. So JD would have loved the tiger as well. Snaps up monkey. Yeah, I mean, like we said, opponent has no enclosures. Yeah, excavation site gives 7 money because 1 science tag. Might have been tempted to just break 5. But getting 2 X tokens is nice. This is basically like a avoid the tower at all cost challenge. Feels like we're trying to avoid the tower a lot. Sorry. But actually, to start off with a 2 size over clever. So they do get cards out of the way. They have 3 X tokens. Getting starts off with habitat diversity into 2 size. Opponent actually has a fantastic move here. grabbing America's Partner Zoo for that extra 2 CP is also the America's tag they need for their Amazon house. They have a release for their cheetah, which we kind of expected. So they play that. They play a sponsor for money. They play their Amazon house, which gives them a ton more points. And yeah, they're basically locking up the game in one more move. They even take the adder, and they have the Partner Zoo for it. They have a 2 size for it. So their next move is just going to be Siberian Tiger plus adder. Frilled Lizard plus Eagle. Can't do much, though. I mean, can't cause the break, just too many points behind. Yeah, doing the reptile breeding program for 12 money, but there's nothing else here. And JD just concedes. Yeah, I mean, the opponent had the knockout blow in one move. We're sitting on a decent amount of endgames, I guess. Not really. We have Science Library, Communicator, no X tokens, no breeding. Opponent has no endgames to show, but they have more than enough points. And if we look at the game results, they did just keep pushing the break. Yeah, they finished it in 28 turns with 5 breaks. They caused 4 of them. I mean, that's the main thing. Just keep pushing the break. If we look at the money stat, they actually gained more money because they played animals in the first 2 rounds. They took the 5 income pretty early. It's actually crazy to me that they took more sponsor actions. But I guess, yeah, that was mostly pushing the break. And yeah, I like their decision to just completely ignore universities. Obviously, they got a pretty big head start getting the partners who at 5 CP, but their decision to ignore universities, just don't worry about build or cards upgrade, is definitely what gave them a great... just allowed them to continue momentum throughout the mid-game. Yeah, also, the times 2 on sponsors were pretty big. One from the Moose, one from 8 CP. That helped them push the break a lot faster, obviously. Herbie Uni was a good play. Yeah, that Herbie Uni gave them Amazon House and allowed them to play the Moose. Just wondering how different the game would have been if JD took Primate Uni or the Animal Uni at that point, because that would have blocked the opponent from getting Herbivore Uni. Some reason YouTube seems bigger. I don't think I've done anything on my end. Yeah, I think they played that game really well, but they clearly do have some flaws in their game because they did pass money sponsors. So that's definitely something that's holding them back, I guess, if they continually pass it to other players. It's definitely playing on hard mode. Yeah, JD is going to enjoy game 2 a little bit more, I think. So this is one that JD actually sent me earlier today. And the opponent the opponent does have money sponsors. Honestly, I'm not sure how educational this one's going to be. It's more of a fun things you can do on Hollywood Hills and Marine Worlds replay. Sunbathing sponsors digging cards blank. Personally, I'd go digging cards, but I can see why JD would take the discards, the sunbathing sponsors on Hollywood Hills. I don't hate the pick. because you are going to get a lot more sponsors, and then you can just trade them for more money, so I don't mind it. Opponent's pretty happy, though, getting past digging cards. We also have Pavilion builds. Yeah, opponent has the dream combo themselves. Money sponsors digging cards. Wait, what do you mean enough with the hit pieces? You did send me this. Great starting hand, though. I mean, Aquarium with Marine World insta-keep every time. I'm kind of leaning the same way with Science Museum. I think the fact that you can reliably get 4 science icons from the 3 universities means I think I'm nearly always keeping Science Museum. It depends what else is in the opening hand. There's not a lot here that would change my mind on that. I would probably keep the Exponent Small Animals to just sell to Sunbathe. Other picks. Snowy Owl could be interesting if we get the Bird University, but the opponent's first player, so it feels very risky to keep. Alligator has some release potential. Just kind of pretty meh on the others. Does decide to keep the Snowy Owl, which, yeah, I don't mind. If we can start with Bird University, it could definitely pay off. Birds is also a project, so it gives us extra reason to start with it. And opponent just starts off by Xing animals. First move. Jetty just decides to start with Science 2 Rep Uni, which also makes some sense. I mean, we can just play the Aquarium. Or opponent spends an X to build. I'm not the biggest fan of this. They spend an X to build a 4 size. Could signal they have a release. Nearly definitely signals they don't have a sponsor to play and they want to do a project or something in round 1. But they build their 4 size, they draw a card from the deck, and then they get Foreign Institute. JD does cards here. Just draw from the deck. Oh. We really want the sea turtle. A bit more interesting with the management plan. Maybe a bit more interesting because we're going to play an aquarium, so we just want any excuse to build a... It's so stupid they have the same name, but we want to build an aquarium for our aquarium to get the water appeal from it. I don't know about that snap though. I think you can hit so many more better things from the deck. Oh, opponent actually does cards at 3. Wait, hold up. I think opponent makes a huge mistake here. They have not spent their worker. They just dig 1 from their hand and draw 2. You have to break here. Discard. Plays Aquarium. JD, you sent me this replay. Why are you not breaking away their worker? They have 7 cards out of 3. Why are you not breaking here? Hang on. You sent me this. I swear I'm not trying to do another hit piece, but you actually sent me this. Should we just fast forward to the end? Okay, we're giving the opponent a lot of time. We're being very generous here. We do obviously have a lot of good things going for us. We can build a large aquarium. Opponent plays a Secretary Bird, so we're going to let them release a Secretary Bird in round 1. Large aquarium expected. Primatologist can be okay here. I like the sponsor upgrade, getting to 5 reps, so now we can just discard any card. Gives us enough money to play the turtle. And we also get to see animal management plan with our pavilion build. Your game versus Blanket. Is it actually a good game worth watching? Is it a... I'm guessing it's not a Marine World game? Send me a link to the game in Discord. I think we're just going to fast forward to the fun move from this one. Because JD has a lot of fun toying with the opponent here. It's actually one of the rare times where the map gets filled twice. I think we can look from that point onwards. Yeah, opponent's greedy, but I mean, so is JD. How do you even... Move 400 is when we first see the map fill. Yeah, I mean, JD's just sitting on 50 odd points with 50 money in hand. Map fill. We see the sawfish here. Opponent's gonna play... See, this is how you... I mean, okay, they're the one that has money sponsors, but in a situation where your opponent has 40 more money than you just have to keep pushing the break. Although, to be fair, the opponent can do 3 projects this round if they have them. Yeah, JD plays the sawfish. Gets to cut down this enclosure again. And a lot more toying with the opponent. Just gonna open this in the background here. Don't look at the results. I guess we should look from Blanket's point of view. Yeah, you get another 7 appeal from filling the map. 3 map fills. JD now doing release. Oh, this is a truly disgusting finish, by the way. It's what I mean, like, he can end the game in 1 move. We're sitting on a Sun Bear. We can basically, like, Sun Bear into... Just break 5. Just really wants another break. Just Hornbill, Hawkfish. Just getting to 99. Having the best time in the world. Yeah, I mean, this is the classic JD move that if you've ever seen one. Yeah, so the other thing is that if you have money sponsors, you definitely want to cover all your H's on Hollywood Hills. Giving a lot of time for the opponent to come back, but yeah, we do cards here just so we can cross during the break. This is what JD wanted to show everyone. Also, 3 waves in a row. Pretty unexpected. Map fill. cause, yeah, end the game during the break. Both players get one more action. We have a great action of Stun Bear, Grizzly Bear into any project. I don't know if I can trust any more replays you send me, JD. Sun Bear, Grizzly Bear. Also just giving 3x tokens so we can grab last uni or last partner zoo. I don't... Yeah, that's a... I'm not sure how it works with diversity researcher and reconstruction, but there's a lot of funny business you can do. I'm not sure that you should actually be allowed to map fill twice. But I guess with Sawfish it makes sense. But then you get into a lot of other tricky things like, yeah, being able to move your enclosures around, then fill the map again that way. Taipan for 4 Australia better. Yeah, tell him. Taipan for 4 Australia is definitely better. 5 Australia. Okay. So I know nothing about this game. Just a match between Blanket and Tobiko. Both obviously very strong players. This is a base game. Yeah, both players on Research Institute. So it feels weird without the action cards. I'm actually not used to it anymore. Breeding program Cayman. Engel's small animal climbing park. Be tempted by the brown bear here on Research Institute. It's just playable straight away, pretty much. Maybe the expert on Europe for habitat diversity, but don't have the best hand for it. Okay, don't mind it. Actually, no Cayman. I'm a bit surprised by no Cayman. What are we going to do for the reptile breeding? Unplayable boa constrictor. I'm not actually sure what you take first here. Australia partner zoo with some hopes of getting the... Oh, wait, I mean, we don't even need it to play the koala. I'd be interested in the koala. There's also a Tasdevil. Hand size can also make sense. We want to be carrying the brown bear and the project, presumably, for a little while. Yeah, this is base. This is base. Otherwise, large animals would have been a very, very easy keep. Large animals with the Cayman. But yeah, in base game, large animals is still need 2 of them. Tobiko starts with a 2 size over the X token, pretty standard. Expert on Europe. Ooh, I actually like this a lot. We can grab the barn owl straight away. Yeah, missed that little guy in folder 1. Very good combo. Federal grants from Tobiko, nice. Are we going to see the 5 size straight away? Could definitely be for the cheetah. I mean, the cheetah with expert in pred. Oh, hang on. Predators is a base project. Oh, yeah, we want that cheetah. I like this a lot. Snap that cheetah up. Tobiko doing cards, but not spending worker yet. A little bit odd. Blanket snaps the cheetah. Big fan. Tobiko building again. What the heck? Is this going to be playing 2 herbivores into herbivores 2? That's kind of what it looks like. Maybe a Porcupine and another cheap Herbie. Yeah, Blanket's just going to play the Barn Owl. A little bit awkward not being able to cause the breaknecks move. I would have been pretty tempted actually by almost like Xing back animals. I think I would have X back animals. Then if Tobiko doesn't spend the worker, you just break 5. If Tobiko does spend the worker, then you just play Expert in Preds and look to play the Cheetah, I think. That's what I would do. But Blanket plays the Barn Owl. Can't really complain about that hitting a release. Cards 1. No, I like Xing back animals. Because then it gives you the option of playing Expert on Predators next move. Expert in Predators. Yeah, I mean, we're probably just keeping School Tours and the release. Getting close to that uni. But yeah, this guarantees that Tobik has time to play 2 animals and do project. Wait, Thorny Devil. Rock Monitor. Oh, it's Geological Project, 2 rocks. Okay. I think Tobiko is going to be pretty happy with this start. Yeah, now the Expert in Preds comes down. But Tobiko is very happy doing the projects. Snapping Zoo School, probably. Only 1 card in hand, I'd be looking to snap the Zoo School. But also maybe Taz Devil's a little bit scary to leave. I guess we can snap the Zoo School and then drop the Taz Devil. Cards at 3. Yeah, this is transformed into a base game. I think these two just organized to play a base game. Tobiko actually can't play Zoo School, has to build first. There's not touching 2 border spaces. So just 2 sides and then Zoo School down here. Okay, I mean, getting second uni is cool. A SOS upgrade first. We release the Barn Owl, we get to 4. Then I guess another donation, we get to 5 and get the X tokens. He can? What? Zoo School? Oh, there is a spot. 1, 2. Yeah, why... Okay, why are we not playing Zoo School then? I just assumed that... Oh, okay, Tobiko also took 2 CP Worker. So I guess the idea was get the X token from the 2 sides. Because spending the work is more important. Grabs Europe Partner Zoo. Okay, School Tours plus donation plus release also gets to 5. So I'd expect School Tours to get played here. We knew the Zoo School was coming down. I think Tobiko should take the Tasmanian Devil for sure. Xing back animals. Yeah, very, very slow round. I think Tobiko's also just happy to do cards. I guess also happy to build again. Now doing cards. And Blanket causes break with cards. Well, I know the Taz Devil's going to drop off here, but you don't want it for yourself? I guess Tobiko's going all in for habitat diversity. Just missing Asia and Americas. Maybe could have snapped up the Tamarin. Or Taper. What are we discarding here? Definitely the Rabbit. Kind of like everything else. Maybe the Taper. Oh, the Reptile Breeding. Okay. Alright, fair enough. There's no waves to worry about, so Tobu has snapping, can get the Tamarin. You're gonna just start off with Asia to secure Habitats 5. I'd much rather be in Tobico's position here by a long, long way. Already done the early projects. Have 5 habitats locked up. And yeah, 2 workers, 2 partner zoos. Blanket spending through. So that's the other good thing about upgrading a Source first. If you have the X tokens, you can just a Source 8. 2 size plus 2 CP worker. Tobico would also love to be in this position. Europe partners who just for more 1 sizes. Okay. Wait, do we really need Europe? Wait, why Europe? Actually, I'm curious. Why Europe here? Because we don't need it for the brown bear. That's not coming out for a while. I'd be tempted by... I guess we're going to break to a... Oh, actually, are we going to see break 9? Probably. Oh, Tamarin plus Taipan. I think we are going to see Blanket break 9. That's probably the right move. Potentially put the 5 size and connect to Institute. Wait, oh, it's only a break 5. Oh, I'm disappointed now. Probably do want to play an animal before causing the break. But, I mean, if we're breaking 9, money's not an issue, right? Oh, Tobico actually breaks his own worker. Wait, what? No, Tobico. Don't do that. Oh, I was going to say to snap up the Hydro, but this cable car looks pretty juicy. There's still some good spots for it. I mean, there's still 1 spot for it without upgraded build, I think. Actually takes the macaque. Okay, Blanket 2 sides over the Clever. I think you're the one that still wants to do a project that round. You can get 2 sides as well. In fact, you can guarantee the project by like Xing back cards or something, right? I feel like you just, with Blanket not being able to cause the break, you just X back something and do your project. Like, Blanket plays animals and that's about it. Cheetah. It does allow Blanket to play animals. At the same time, now Blanket's deciding the new round playing 2 animals instead of 1 animal, which it would have been. So there's some efficiency in being able to play 2 animals at once. And then also still having all these X tokens to be able to break now this round. Starting with cars, it does actually put the break in range. I would not be surprised at all to see break 7 from Blanket. Especially because now Tobico's sitting on 5 over 3. I think this is actually a perfect time to break 7. I'm slightly disappointed we didn't see it. I'm just doing Habitats 3 because Tobico already has 5 locked up with the donation to get 10 money, I expect. Also taking 5 money. Oh, 5 money was to be able to donate. Would have been pretty tempted by snapping for Hydra or Cable Car. Chococo does habitat diversity. 3 size is okay. Play a sponsor for money. That's also why I would have been tempted to grab Hydra or Cable Car during the break. Yeah, 2 size. That positioning tells me that Cable Car is on the menu here. Yeah, no sponsor to play, so just taking 5 extra money and 3 size. Oh no, Cable Car's dead. That's a good 3 size for the macaque, though. So we may see a Pilfer coming up. Blanket draws from the deck. Not bad. I mean, we have Science Institute release, also research. Okapi can play them all. Muskox dies. Are we ever brave enough to give a single card here? Because I feel like, I don't know, if I'm Blanket, I'm not really attached to any of the cards. Maybe the Brown Bear would be the worst to lose, but it's a 1 in 7 chance. Giving the 5 money is the rational play, but Clever's back sponsors. The game-winning card is in hand right now. What, the Okapi stable that we're about to see? I like this. So, I like pushing the break. It's a sign of a strong player. Even when you have all these sponsors you want to play, just pushing the break anyway. I guess we have to think about, was it a good time to push the break? Because both players are kind of out of money. And Blanket probably doesn't mind grabbing a second partner, so I think Tobacco is just going to grab first university. So it feels like kind of an even time for both players. Maybe it would have been a good opportunity to play Okapi, because now we also have to discard 2 cards, so I'm not sure which 2 get discarded. Just release in Science Institute, okay. Yeah, because we also want to get this Partner Zoo to upgrade animals. That's a requirement. Toko snaps a raccoon away. Hey, Bernardo. I mean, so this is the main difference right now. Blanket has a billion empty enclosures. Tobacco just has the single 2 size here. And the positioning of this 3 size is kind of awkward because there's no easy way to get to university. You're actually going to start off the round by building a 1 size just to get uni. I would assume that means we want to upgrade a Soc, otherwise we'd probably associate first. Okay. Maybe we want to play a 1 size animal and do a project. Blanket just starts off by grabbing Africa Partner Zoo. Upgrading animals. Okay, this is the plan. Build a 5 size, play Flamingo Brown Bear. We get Posturing touching the Institute, so we can play both. Tobacco draws from the deck. I'm still a bit surprised no one is interested in the Hydrologist here. Yeah, there's the 5 size. Okay, primate breeding. Great projects. X tokens. Oh yeah, Blanket's endgames we didn't actually look at. Climbing Park, Small Animal Zoo. At least we have all these enclosures. But we're looking at a 20-point deficit. I guess the good thing is we have a good 4 Predator project coming up. Yeah, but I think actually going to try to cause the break before playing the Brown Bear, because you really pretty much have to get a ×2 Assos here. Ooh. That could be a really nice Galapagos tortoise. Archaeologist, bit whatever. Llama, raccoon. Good raccoon timing. Yeah, I mean, I thought one of the players would have grabbed cable car. It's too late for Blanket, of course. No spot on the map. I mean, it's too late for both players now. Okay, now is the Okapi time. Plays the archaeologist. Okapi touches the institute. Tobuk has small animals. Now at 53 to 15. But no empty enclosures. I do like the clever. What Tobiko really needs is a big enclosure and a big beefy animal to play. Blanket does research for 2. Okay, that's a good use for archaeologist, getting the 2nd science tag. I like the donation as well. It's pretty clear Tobiko's just about to break. I like taking the clever as a response to that. Tobiko breaks. Tobiko gets a bald eagle. I mean, we're asking for a big animal. It doesn't give us super... The thing is basically... It gets you the action back. You have to spend an action building the enclosure for it, but then you get the action back. 2 size, 4 size up here. Nice. Blanket just getting extra money from archaeologists. Pretty dead draw there. Yeah, getting sponsors out of the way. So this brown bear is going to be... What's our 2nd project, actually? Oh, our 2nd project is we take snapping for aquatic. We have 2 water here. Okay. Yeah, brown bear flamingo. Wait, taper? Oh, herbivores. Can we hit a sponsor with digging? If we hit a sponsor, we can play it straight away with Okapi. Oh yeah, also small animals, of course, yeah. Zebra's a great draw. Now there's nearly a world where we can go for 4 herbivores. Or Tobiko just grabs 2nd university now. Takes away aquatic. Fair enough. I'd almost just straight up upgrade Assos there. Not Assos. I mean, Tobiko does upgrade Assos. Could just be the right time to upgrade build. I mean, it feels like the thing holding Tobiko back is having enclosures. Oh my god, Africa release. Oh, that's one of the worst cards that could have shown up. Predators into snapping Africa release, and I guess we just do Africa release. Do we even bother with small animals before that? I'm not sure we do. Yeah, just do the release. Release into X tokens. Maybe now we're gonna see a break 9. I like donating as well. No reason not to. Oh, we also have the 5 size back for the tortoise here. Wow. Yeah, now we have the enclosure for the eagle, but Blank has just gone from 20 or 30 points down to 20 points off. And now's the time to break 9, yes. Perfect time to break. Tortoise Flamingo is pretty close to ending the game. I don't think it quite does it. Yeah, so just a very slow round. Tobiko grabbed University, built a 5 size. Is that the only 2 moves? Yeah, right. Blanket started the round, played animals, did ×2 Assos, and then just broke 9. Wow. That was a 3-turn round to get. I mean, that's the thing. That's how quickly you can get points in rounds. Wait, oh my god, native lizards? That's actually straight up playable. We can play Flamingo Zebra, play native lizards from Okapi stable before we get the appeal from Zebra. That's truly disgusting. Another 2 size for Tobiko. There's still an eagle coming here. Let's see what projects Tobiko has. No money for tortoise? Yeah, actually, I wonder how Blanket closes out the game. Caracal. Caracal and eagle straight away. 3 X tokens to grab Partner Zoo. Okay, he can grab 12 money while getting Last Worker. Probably just plans to play animals to get to 100. Only 2 empty 2 sizes though. Monkey Park will save the game? I don't know. Oh yeah, lovely kiosk there. Just making sure we stay under 25 appeal, but also touch this rock. Big fan. I mean, playing Zebra plus Lizards has to be better, surely. Can we can even just do a project and get 12 money and play the Tortoise to finish? Assuming Tobiko doesn't end in 1 move. Oh yeah, Tobiko is actually building single pavilion. That's a worrying sign. Herbivores into 12 money, Tortoise to finish. Thankfully, can't get pilfered here. That would actually be such a brutal pilfer. Can't give 5 money. Can't give a card. Pawn total to get to 93. Tobiko can finish with a project, maybe? Yeah, Tortoise just to end the game. End game. Small animal for 1. School tours for 1. That's it. Last move, Tobiko does have aquatic for 2, but yeah, already got Last Worker. Federal grants, 2 from Naturalist, 115 to 108. How insane was the Okapi? It did its job. I mean, it played the Archie to give 2 research. The Archaeologist was also very useful getting the extra 5 money. The rep didn't matter in the end from here. But the extra 5 money made the difference. Lizards was cute. Probably could have won without it though, to be honest. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Brown Bear was the clear winning card, but I think starting with Expert and Preds and getting the Cheetah was also very winning, but where did it go wrong over here? I mean, actually probably the winning card was the Africa release, to be honest. Africa release definitely swung the game, getting the empty enclosure back with a fantastic project, being able to play the tortoise without having to build. Yeah, drawing aquatic instead of getting the Africa release, that was probably the game changer. I still think Bear being able to go from 15 points to 70 points in 2 moves, as well as getting Last Worker, that was pretty huge. I mean, I think Bear was definitely the game winner, and Africa release a very close second, but it was good. Just keeping the Bear from the opening hand, it's something you have to be aware of on Research Institute in particular. It's just always playable, so it's such a high impact animal. You can keep it. This was a much more interesting game than the game we were going to watch, though, so thank you. It felt like it was pretty quick. Yeah, 29 turns. Yesterday at 6 p.m. And Blanket back over 800. Yeah, I was just still expecting waves to come, like, I don't know if it's like trauma's the right word, but I'm kind of expecting waves every time the cards get refreshed, and when I don't see it, it feels a bit weird, so I'm definitely getting used to Marine World a lot more. Taking 5 money earlier to have snapping for later. Yeah. Yeah, and it was also a very slow first round. Anyway, I think that was a good replay to end the stream on. Hopefully the first game and a half was somewhat educational. Otherwise, thanks all for watching. See you guys on Sunday for the BGA gameplay. And sorry, JD, no more hits on you. But to be fair, you did send in that second replay. Yeah, have a good rest of the day. See you guys later.